guys doing? Marc Lobliner here, family vacation. We're in the mountains of Tennessee, as you can see behind me. Beautiful scenic view. You got it right here. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm getting as much outdoor time as possible. We just arrived today, but of course, every Tuesday and Thursday, I do my best to come online and give you guys some of my time online. Just to give you a heads up before you go further in this video, we have an entire article on Tiger Fitness's content site about fit shaming and fat shaming. I recommend you check that out if you go down in the description box below. The article is already linked there. You can pause off this video, go on there, or you can come here, watch. I'm first going to go into a monologue, and then you guys can ask any question you want. That doesn't just pertain to this topic. You could ask me about anything from diet, training, supplementation, you name it. I'm here to answer all your questions because that's what we do here. You're more than just a number, and we do our best to help you out. But anyway, guys, I want to go into this. Now, first of all, the picture you see in the thumbnail, Tom Brady, fat shamed. I admit, dude, you don't expect the greatest quarterback in the world, the man with more Super Bowl rings than he has fingers almost, to be completely looking like a dad bod. I honestly think he looks like one of the members of the U.S. men's curling team in the Olympics. He doesn't look very good. However, he doesn't look very bad. Let me tell you about athletes. Now, one thing I learned in looking at boxing, when I went into boxing, I did my boxing match, I started watching more boxing. A lot of the most elite heavyweight boxers in the world, their bodies aren't that great. You look at a guy like me who's very chiseled, muscular, and very lean, I'm a really bad boxer. Yet these guys can go for 15 3-minute rounds, and I have trouble going for 3 2-minute rounds. Reason being is that how you look doesn't always translate in how you move. For example, one of my mentors at Exos, his name was Tristan. Dude did not look like an athlete at all, yet he had better athletic movement patterns than 99% of the people you'll see with 5% body fat who claim to be elite athletes. Reason being is that he knows the movements. He's an expert in those movements, and he's very efficient in those movements. Tom Brady is an elite quarterback. Tom Brady is not a fitness model. Tom Brady doesn't give a shit how he looks. Tom Brady is married to a supermodel and has Super Bowl rings. Everything about Tom Brady is super. Does Tom Brady have six-pack chiseled abs like me? No. Does he have ab veins? No. Can I throw a football in the fourth quarter with 1 minute left and come from behind 15 times a year and bring the Patriots back to back to back to back to playoffs in the Super Bowl? Absolutely frigging not. Absolutely not. So the bottom line is physique has nothing to do with performance. And let's not get beyond ourselves. I guarantee you all these reporters and friggin' sideline ass clown quarterbacks going in and saying he doesn't look great. He doesn't look great. First of all, he's in terrible lighting. Second of all, he's unflexed. Third of all, I bet you he looks better than 99% of the people who go to an elite gym. That's right. I'm not talking about LA Fitness. I'm not talking about Planet Fitness. I'm talking about a gym like I went to this morning, the Factory in Louisville. I'm talking about the Tiger Fitness gym. I'm talking about Power Station. Tom Brady's physique looks better than most people training for aesthetics. You heard it. That physique you see in that thumbnail, I've seen people in the locker room, man. It ain't pretty. People look good in shirts. Their arms are bulging through the sleeves. They take off their shirt, and they look like absolute shit. I think his physique is what most males should strive to achieve. If most males had that body, without his accolades, without being a Super Bowl quarterback many times over, without winning how many playoff games, without being potentially perhaps the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. Take all that aside, most men would kill for a physique that Tom Brady has. What we have in the age of Instagram, the age of photoshopping, the age of fakes, is an unrealistic image of what people should look like. People think that everybody look like they have 12 filters on Instagram. Look, I'll tell you what. I took a picture on my Instagram story today. I posted it. It had no filters on it, no lighting, but I look great. Why? Well, because it was a good angle. It was a controlled setting. You take me walking, just whatever, you can get a picture of me looking bad. Even in that picture, realize Giselle is a friggin' amazing supermodel. She doesn't even look that great in that picture. The lighting's off, everything's off, but let's go beyond that. What do you expect a Super Bowl quarterback to look like? Do you expect that quarterback to look like Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder, or Jay Cutler, the quarterback. I guarantee you, Jay Cutler, the quarterback, has a way shittier physique than you saw on Mr. GOAT, Tom Brady, in that picture. So we need to stop setting this unrealistic expectation of what bodies should look like. Bottom line is, half the people you follow on YouTube, on Instagram, they're a bunch of fake pieces of shit who just use filters and Photoshop and perfect lighting and this and that to look how they look. Now, they're trying to make a living. I shouldn't have said piece of shit. They're a bunch of fake people who do that, and it's misleading. When in reality, people go one picture to the next. Hey, you look small, or hey, you look big, or hey, you look fat, or hey, you look this. And it's because I don't pay attention to filters. I don't pay attention to anything. Like, I took a picture. I just looked at it after I posted it with my lunch day at Photoruckers just like 20 minutes ago, right? And I look like shit. No veins in my arms, nothing. But then you look at what I posted on my story, I look absolutely fucking ridiculous. Reason? Different lighting, different setting. I was flexing in one and not in the other. So, I mean, they got to get off his ass. And honestly, the media, these are the same people who champion women's rights and body image issues. At the same time, a man is comfortable with the skin he's in, goes out there, and yeah, he kissed his kid on the mouth. Whatever. I kiss my kids. Not like he kisses his kids, but who am I to judge how a dude kisses his kids? Like, we're so hypercritical of people. Tom Brady, from what I see, is a good father, a good man, deals with adversity and shit talking as much as anyone else, does whatever it takes to win, which is why he deflated footballs, allegedly. I think we need to get off Tom Brady's dick and let the man be what he is. And that's the greatest fucking quarterback of all time. Tom Brady is not the greatest fucking bodybuilder of all time. He's not the greatest physique athlete of all time. He's not the greatest GQ model of all time. He just happens to be a good-looking quarterback who's still banging at 40 years old. And speaking of banging, he's banging a supermodel anytime he wants. And he's rich as fuck. So at the end of the day, Tom Brady is winning. And the people, the critics, whatever they are in the media and online, they are just haters. And I'm not even a Patriots fan, guys. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a Steelers fan. And I'll say that my head held high. So, with that said, let's get on to some Q&A. I'd like to talk more about this. But my opinion is, dude, 99% of the dudes who go to the gym to look a certain way, who can't lace a spiral 80 yards down the field, they don't look half as good as him. And he's not training for that. And I want to see anybody else with a six-pack play at his level, other than James Harrison, play at his level at 40 years old. With that said, guys, I'm going to scroll up to some questions. And then I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mountain weather. I'm going to go for a swim in the saltwater pool we have here. And we're going to have a good old time. And tonight I'm going to go see my good friend Marc, the lumberjack who won American Grit season 1, the season I was on. He actually is in a lumberjack show up here, and we're going to go there, and we're going to take him to dinner afterwards. Going to be a great time. James Butler, it's on my Instagram, the picture. It's Instagram.com/Marc Lobliner. He's an athlete. Dad bars aren't justified if you're not Tom Brady. Tom Brady can do what Tom Brady wants to do because he's Tom Brady. You stay at the Wyndham? No, sir, this is a house. I'm staying at a house. Guess you don't need to stay in shape these days when camp starts. Well, I mean, in shape doesn't mean you look a certain way. That's what you guys got to realize. Tiger Fitness, have you had good news on CT Fletcher? I didn't know there was bad news on CT Fletcher, but I haven't talked to CT in a while. Fat shame literally looks better than 99% of all men in the U.S. Thank you, Salvador. Exactly. Are we still talking about cheaters? Oh, you mean Super Bowl champions? You know who says they're cheaters are the people whose teams lost. And I'm a Steelers fan. Will I keep strength muscle gains after I stop 8 weeks peak physical? No, you won't. You won't lose it, but you won't have the benefits of peak physical anymore. It's not a steroid where you stop taking it, you lose mass. You keep what you got, but you will stop losing it. So just keep ordering more. As you know, bro, I'm from Mass, and when that pic came out in Sports Talk Radio News, just about shit their pants, but under scrutiny because he has his own training method. Here's the thing, Nat. His trainer is kind of retarded, with the whole alkaline diet and stuff. But, dude, here's the thing. I don't agree with that, but he's training an athlete who is still playing at an elite Super Bowl level at 40 years old. You can't argue with results. His trainer was kicked out of the Pats locker room. Yeah, but honestly, who cares, dude? He's still getting results. I've heard a lot of bodybuilders say that ephedrine was the safest, most effective fat burner, but a lot of medical experts say it's very dangerous. Thoughts? Ginny, I didn't see anything wrong with ephedrine. I think it was overhyped. I think it was a great energy supplement, but I don't think it did much for fat loss. However, now it's for sale as a pharmaceutical. So Big Pharma has their hands in a lot of pockets and there are a lot of lobbying groups. So I do not think ephedrine should have been banned, but since it is, it is. You're a great role model from a businessman, father, and overall human. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Matt. His bank account can shame everyone talking shit, and that it can, and his Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. What do you think about Luxoginin from Parmvir Pablo? Have a video on it. I think Luxoginin, being that it is a precursor to Anavar, will be suppressive, but too weak to do anything worth the suppression. So I recommend not taking Luxoginin. I think it sucks. I think, yes, I'm a Bengals fan. Hey, all, what's up, Stan? How you doing? I got to pull this in. This chair's not very comfortable. My back's killing me. I've been a Steelers fan since 75. I've been a Steelers fan since 89. You got to admit, though, if his diet was as clean as he claims, he wouldn't have love handles. Not necessarily. It's all about hypercaloric versus hypocaloric. If he's eating in a hypercaloric state, and also realize, Carol, Tom Brady played how many weeks and ended up playing deep into the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. I guarantee you he's taken the last 8 weeks off to recover. The guy's been injured so much. He's 40 years old. He probably hasn't trained. He's probably let his diet go a little bit because he needs to recover. So realize you're seeing him at his most untrained state. The guy's literally recovering from months and months of getting his ass kicked day in and day out, week in and week out during the season. How can you deal with insomnia while you're cut? Because I just can't sleep. You got to look into why you're not sleeping. Is it a relaxation thing? Is it a stress thing? Is it a cortisol thing? Is it from your lifestyle? Maybe night owl from ambrosia will help. Is it blue light? Are you relaxing enough before bed? Are you watching TV in your bedroom, which is huge? Are you doing that? Are you unwinding? Do you have rituals to get you in place for bed? I have tons of videos up on my rituals on how to get a good... Type in good night sleep Lobliner on YouTube. I bet you'll find a video that'll help you. At the end of the day, function and aesthetics don't always coincide. Exactly, Eric. Physical books or ebooks? I'm a physical book kind of guy. Tom Brady is better looking than Jason Blaha. I'll give him that much. Well, my piece of shit I just took earlier is better looking than Jason Blaha and has a better shape to it. Do you want to go on the Joe Rogan experience? I think it'd be great. Oh, absolutely. It'd be a dream come true. But Joe Rogan has no idea who I am, I'm sure. And he's much bigger fish than me. So I know that my buddy Marc Bell went on there, and that was awesome. Oh, yeah, it'd be an honor to be on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm a college student looking to major in entrepreneurship and marketing along with a minor in nutrition sciences. I want to enter the food industry. Any advice, wisdom for entering the food industry? Experience. Your degree means jack shit in today's modern day society, and I don't even look at degrees when hiring people. What I recommend you do is get an internship with a company you want to work for or you want to do something similar to. Doing heavy trap bar farmers walks 3 days a week, trying to add size to my traps. Sounds good or overdoing it? Just be sure not to overdo it. I mean, the thing is, if you're going to where it's impairing your performance on the next time, lower your volume and frequency. The only thing Tom Brady can't do is throw the ball and catch it as well. Amen to that. Do you still take pro hormones? The God, I have never taken pro hormones. Actually, I did. I tried them back in the day. I tried Superdrol for 2 days, but I felt sick. This was in 2003. But I don't take pro hormones, and I never have advocated them. In fact, I get hated on a lot because I hate them and I speak out against them. Why do most people always judge others in an area, always are in worse shape or situation? Jealousy. The media is just fake news. Trump was right about that. Do you have a program that mixes cardio days and weight training? Absolutely. I have a functional trainer. Go to tigerfitness.com, type in 12 weeks. In the search function, you'll see Marc's 12-week hypertrophy trainer. Exos hypertrophy functional trainer. Go to that. How to use Ohimba and HCL for best results? Well, take it when you're in an insulin-deprived state, either lower carbs or on a fasted stomach, sometimes before activity, and work your way up to 0.2 milligrams per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 180-pound man, that's about 5 MTS Nutrition Ohimba in a day. Terry Bradshaw would be better than Tom if Tom played in the 70s like Terry. And if my grandmother had wings, she would have monkeys fly out of her butt. We don't know. We don't know. We can't compare. Like Michael Jordan versus LeBron. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Nobody knows. I've heard some YouTubers say that a woman that's like 20% body fat is fat. Seen a lot of women at 20% that look great and are in very shape. Why do some people think it's fat? Well, because most YouTubers are fucking retards. Thanks so much. Your videos are awesome. Well, thank you. Back in the 70s, football was a man's game. Now NFL career caters to girly men. I don't know, 300 plus pound men running headfirst into each other. Wouldn't call that girly men. You think bananas are good for you. They're certainly not bad for you. Yo, have you used steroids? David, I have a whole series on my other channel, youtube.com/Lobliner. That's youtube.com/Lobliner, where I document everything I do with my HRT. I am on hormone replacement therapy as prescribed by my doctor. I did do a cycle leading into winning my pro card in 2013. I have not done anything since then other than doctor prescribed testosterone replacement therapy, where I just try to keep my levels in normal range or what my doctor deems to be optimal for me. What's your recommendation for someone who's 40 plus taking TRT to maintain physiques and functionally later in life? If your doctor recommends it and you have an issue, I do believe HRT is the greatest thing you could do for your health. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. I just got here. Just want to say hi, hitting the gym now. Have a good one. You too, Matthias. What do you about people that are dying of ligma? I'm not sure what ligma is. Maybe I've missed something. Got to touch up the fade? No, I don't. My fade's on point. Vegas Elite Nutrition in Colorado just started selling a new Halo Joel. Well, that's on them, and if they end up damaging anybody's liver from their unscrupulous selling of fucking hormones, that's on them. What's up from Australia? What's going on, bro? Good eye, mate. The media hate talking reminds me of Jason Blaha talking shit about your lifestyle. When you said compare bodies, enough said. Compare bodies, compare bank accounts, compare accolades, compare whatever you want. At the end of the day, talking shit doesn't pay the bills. But for him, it does. Although he's probably very, very in debt. Why is corn bad for bodybuilding? I don't know. You tell me. Michael Jordan, hands down. God damn it, you're doing it. Thoughts on Joe Donnelly's comments on BCAAs and all the negative effects? I don't agree with him. But I don't want to get in a debate. All I'll say is that just read my stuff on Clash and Machine Fuel. I like to take branched chains during training, pre-workout. I like to have whole protein sources. I've never been a huge, I'm not against it, but I've never put branched chains in my pre-workout. It's an intra-workout thing for me. Any thoughts on making an energy drink in the future? No thanks. Not yet. I have a protein bar coming out, one step at a time, bro. Superdrol, the pro hormone, is good shit. Why don't you like it? It's hepatotoxic. And it's way more harmful than anything you could possibly put in your... It's absolutely fucking horrible. And it's a fucking steroid. Like, why are you against Anadrol? It's a fucking steroid. If you want to take steroids, that's on you. Do you think eating crappy foods that cause a high insulin response is irrelevant when it comes to fat loss? Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty irrelevant. It's calories in, calories out. But it's very terrible for health and long-term results. Thoughts on HCG for PCT? Something for your doctor, but just as a heads up, I like HCG during a cycle, not after. I don't think it's good for after. I think it's good for during, to keep the pilot light on. Would you recommend drops factor to someone new to fat burners? Absolutely. Are you worried at all that one day your heart is going to explode in your fucking chest? No, actually, I get my blood work done every 3 to 6 months. My general practitioner, my doctor, not my endocrinologist, my doctor says I'm the healthiest man who's ever walked into his practice. Have a resting heart rate of under 50 beats per minute. My blood pressure is about 110/70 at all times. No, I'm not worried about it because I'm in very good health. My question to you, T-Fits, is are you worried about wasting your time during the day being a fucking hater? And that you could do something better with your life. Like, I don't know, give time to charity, or maybe, I don't know, put a picture with your profile. Do you feel fats are needed in contest prep, even if said person on TRT? Absolutely. Fats are essential, not just for hormone production, but for not dying. So yes, you do need fat in your diet. Watching this instead of working, 16-hour shifts suck. Can't hit the gym till 11 for a sick chest pump. Well, good for you, man. I'm glad you're with us. Greetings from Peru. Supplements, not just people with just one kidney. Ask your doctor. People with one kidney, you're on your own on that one. I only recommend supplements to people who have been cleared by their doctor or in good health. Any supplement, even fucking protein. I don't fuck with that. It's a good pre-workout meal, and how much before a workout should it be? Depends on you and how you digest. For me personally, I used to never be able to train on a fasted stomach, but as I got older, I've been able to train in the morning fasted. I usually like to eat, if I'm going to eat before a workout, about 60 to 90 minutes. It used to be 30. So it just depends. It just depends on your macronutrients. Personally, a go-to for me when I used to eat a lot pre-workout, What I put a lot of my clients on is either Carb 10 or a banana and MTS Whey, a scoop or two of MTS Whey. You said 8 pounds of lean mass gain on BCA. In the study that was never published, done when I was at Scivation, that we funded through the Weider Research Group and Dr. Timothy Sheet at University of Charleston. Yes, it was the BCAA group taken intra workout, which is the equivalent of 2 scoops of machine fuel, gained 9 pounds lean mass, lost 4.5 pounds of fat. The whey protein group, who take whey, and this is all on a controlled diet and training program. The whey protein group took whey protein at 14 grams during training. They actually gained 4 pounds of lean mass and lost 2 pounds of fat. Whereas the control group, which drank Gatorade, 14 grams of carbohydrate from Gatorade, actually gained 1 pound of lean mass and lost 0 pounds of fat. Steroids are not for me. I like bulking up my carbs and burning out from working out. Congratulations. Would you do bicep with back as back exercise work for them? Yes, I did back with biceps this morning. How can I improve my deadlift other than progressive overload? Well, I mean, improve your deadlift. Things like pendlay rows improve the deadlift at the top of the lift a lot and at the bottom as well. Rack lockouts can improve. It depends where your stick point is, but the best way to improve your deadlift, my man, is to deadlift. Creatine good for cardio. Creatine is good for everything. Robert Ambrose, you're about to get blocked just because you're not very funny. Yeah, I'm not reading it because it's really not good jokes. Been incorporating CrossFit into my training, helps my cardio and endurance drastically, but I keep getting smaller. Seems impossible to look stay big. I doubt it's making you smaller. I think that you're probably just losing fat, and you had more fat to muscle than you thought. So by losing fat, you think you're losing muscle when in reality you were just fatter than you thought. What do you put in your coffee? I put Ambrosia Ritual. Are you gay? I'm married with 3 children, and I have sex with my wife frequently. But if that's the definition of gay to you, then yes, I am gay. Energy drinks are expensive alternative to coffee. Not necessarily. For example, Clash has creatine and beta-alanine in it in their full clinically verified dosages. I consider Clash an energy drink. It's just an energy drink that's manufactured for pre-workout use. So I completely disagree with you because you don't get ergogenic benefits of creatine and beta-alanine in coffee. Thoughts on Nova while on cycle of seeing sides? I don't think Novadex would be what I'd take during cycle. That would be a Arimidex, but that's a question for your doctor. You're killing it. You're my top thing to watch. Why, thank you so much. I'm currently addicted to stacking Naturalite with strawberry mango machine fuel. Dude, that is so good. Scotty, I got that in the kitchen in here. What caused me to become a full-time entrepreneur? Well, it was just the right career move. After spending 5 years with Weider Publications, with the magazines and American media, working for magazines such as Country Weekly, Mira and Espanol, alongside Flex, Muscle Fitness, Men's Fitness, Shape, all those magazines. I started a company with Sylvester Stallone called Instone. And after that, I decided it was time to go on my own because, well, Sylvester Stallone fired me. And so then I started Scivation. It was time. I had a lot of money saved up. I made a ton of money in publishing. A lot of money. I was making well into the deep 6 figures in publishing, and I had enough money saved up. My wife had a full-time job as a VP of marketing. She was making really good money, and we can afford to take the risk, and we put our balls out on the line and did it, and here we are today. Sold Scivation in 2011 and then started MTS Nutrition, partnered up with TigerFitness.com. That non-compete ended in 2013, and that's why you can find MTS Nutrition everywhere, from a lot of the complete nutritions to soon to be your local GNC. If I'm using drop factor, should I drop Clash or Ruckus pre-workout because of the combined caffeine? No, you should just space them out. As long as they're spaced out 4 to 6 hours apart, you're fine. Why do some people grow jaw muscle taking gear, but some people don't? You? Well, I don't take HGH, and I'm on HRT. I'm not on super physiological doses of gear. So the reason is because I'm not on illegal steroids, and because I don't take HGH. I believe it's probably HGH that does that. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is your opinion of a good body fat to aim for when teenager at 19? 12 to 15 will probably be good. I ordered some will help with, no, Troy, if you're taking pro hormones, I'm not going to train you anymore. No. Sorry. I'll refund all your money. No, get your shit fixed medically, but pro hormones are just going to make it up and down, and that's not something I want to deal with. So just, I'll refund your money, dude, or return them, but that's a bad decision. Would you like to participate in a study on mass and strength development with different fats at Brown University? No, I don't have time to participate in a study. Will a 1-to-1 protein ratio make me fat? Protein to what? Why do you think Cali Muscle really downsized? Because Rich Piana? Because he definitely lost games. Why is everyone down? At the end of the day, more size is more strain on the heart. And also, I know Cali wants to have kids, I believe, is what I read. I haven't talked to him personally about it. But I think that's a question asked for Cali. The reason I'm downsizing is because I really have no reason to be big and I like running. How can I have a fit body without doing absolutely nothing and putting zero effort? I have no idea what that means, Rotten. I'm taking whey isolate. I'm on a deficit, losing fat and getting fitter. Should I take creatine as well as isolate? Absolutely. Always take creatine. Everybody should take creatine. Have you heard of deer antler velvet? Does it work? It's a complete scam and a hoax. Do not buy it. I'm around 18% body fat, so that makes sense. Cool, Carol. What do you think ideal body measurements are? I don't think there are ideal body measurements. I think it's wherever God put your genetics and be as lean and fit as possible. Any good bench programs you recommend? No, not really. There's so many good ones. How frequently should I bench? I never get sore and recover fast. I think doing each body part 2 times a week, push pull legs, is sufficient. I never wake up with a boner at 22. Should I get my testosterone checked? Absolutely, you should. If you go to my Instagram story, my Instagram is instagram.com/Marc Lobliner. My Instagram is Marc Lobliner, MarcLobliner, Lobliner. Swipe up. No, yeah, that's it. Swipe up in my story, and when you're at the right part, and it'll link you to my doctor's website, and you could contact him, and he will order blood work for you. What's up, Lifting Lutheran? What's up, Win? Yeah. Does your endocrinologist take patients from Canada? I don't know. No idea. You could ask him. I'm going away to work at summer camp of August, currently cutting. Any tips for maintaining muscle mass and meeting macros, bringing bands? Train. I mean, do what you can. Do plyos, go on sprints, eat right. I don't want to make a big deal because many youth have EDs, eating disorders. Yeah, they do. What's a good fish oil supplement? MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. Why? Because I make it. No, don't refund me. Was just asking. You said you bought it. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the ups and downs of a hormone cycle, dude. I've told you enough not to do it. So, yeah, the money is not going to make or break me, bro. I mean, come on. I'm competing in 11 weeks, and I know testosterone decreases as expected. I was thinking of taking a natural test booster to help supplement that. How many weeks out should I start taking it? Now. Take Insurgent now. Insurgent you could take year-round. You never have to cycle. And also, Troy, if you could do me a favor and not ask personal questions on public things, because it's kind of laying you out there. When you're paying to be a client of mine, you could just ask me. You could email me, message me, whatever, and that's part of what I do. Any thoughts on black licorice extract or papaya for digestive support? Machine uptake has all you need, but I think it helps. It definitely helps. I used to see at LA Fitness and Ironclad. Were you training? I heard you're strong as fuck. I train at Export in St. Charles. When is a good age to start my son on a workout routine? Keep him healthy, happy. As soon as he is emotionally and physically capable of taking direction. What does creatine do exactly? Well, I actually have a video on that. Jay Dillon, let me save these people's time who actually might know this. If you look at my video from yesterday, it was everything you need to know about creatine. So go ahead and check that out, and it was posted yesterday. So just type in creatine Lobliner, and you'll have a ton of videos. Think about ATP. It helps you get some more reps, helps you lose fat. Just take it. Taking creatine when mildly working out will have somewhat of an effect. Taking creatine without working out, it has beneficial effects in patients with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. What's your favorite muscle? Every one of them. Thoughts on starting off with powerlifting first 3 years? I think you should start off with a well-balanced routine. And powerlifting doesn't always include unilateral movements, so I would recommend more of like my 12-week functional exos trainer. Learn how to catch a football. Okay. How bad is excessive alcohol when training? Excessive alcohol is never good. How long would it take for levels to come back down to normal if test levels is 1500? I don't know. Is red light therapy worth it? Depends. Would apple cider vinegar break a fast? Who cares? If you're not eating and you're just drinking apple cider vinegar, it's not going to ruin its effects. Thanks for the advice, Mark. Keep up the great content. P.S. I'm at many of the camp's youth have EDs. Nothing's wrong with seeing you eat healthy food. Any news on your full body training program? I haven't even started it. I'm going to start working on my trainer instead, which is not that. So scrap that idea. I just don't have enough time. We've had a lot of business developments that I've had to tend to. Do you ever use TRX suspension traps? Yes, I do it in my back and my chest training. Creatine makes me pee like crazy. That normal? Could be because you're increasing your water intake when you're on creatine. because creatine won't make, it's not a diuretic. That's all in your head. Is oatmeal bad to eat in the morning for weight loss due to insulin spike? It's all about calories in, calories out. Insulin spike will just mess with energy levels. I don't think it'll do much with as far as weight loss is concerned. Thoughts on keto and carb cycling? I think carb cycling is stupid, and I think keto is unnecessary. Unless you're an epileptic. Is blueberries and strawberries okay on a diet? Twinkies and ding dongs are okay on a diet if they fit your macros. Should I train abs every day? You should train abs by doing hardcore, by doing core movements like a standing shoulder press, deadlift, and goblet squats. Those will work your core sufficiently enough where you don't need to do crunches. Would glutamine help gastritis of the stomach? It very well might. It's very good for the gut. Best time of day, fiber is even the best time. Fiber, just aim to get about 30 grams a day. Anyway, guys, I'm on vacation. Thank you guys for joining in. And again, click on the article. Click on the link in the description box below. Great article there on fat and fit shaming. Peace out, guys.